Hello everybody, so welcome to this month's period vlog. I keep losing track of what it is, 61, 62, 50 something, I can't remember. So yeah, I've started my period. I'm not supposed to have started my period yet. I had a rough idea, well I did know that my period was going to come earlier this month because I ovulated so early. I had like really bad, not bad ovulation pain, but like gassiness and kind of discomfort earlier on in the month than I usually would. But it is only day 23 according to my calendar, which it's not focusing on. There you go. Day 23 in my cycle, which is much earlier than I usually have. I think I've had one cycle before where it was 22 days, but this is certainly one of the earliest I've had. Usually, knock on wood, that means it's going to be less painful if it comes earlier because there's not as much blood or anything. But I was cramping earlier on. It just sort of started coming on with like these mild cramps and it wouldn't go away. And I was thinking, what is this? Like, I'm not due my period. Is this just the pre-period stuff? So I haven't had a chance to do all the prep that I was thinking I was going to do, because usually I was trying to have the ginger tea like a week in advance, and I haven't even started that, so that's gone out the window. But I was feeling really funny yesterday, hence the reason I did that video on like not feeling okay, and I think I've now figured out why. It was just my hormones playing up, because I did think then, oh, I wonder if it's period hormones, but then I looked at my period calendar and was like, oh no, it's too early for this, I never get this stuff. There you go. Anyway, I haven't taken anything so far, but I'm gonna go make some ginger tea, probably have a biscuit or two. I've had lunch already. We're in the process, Mum's here by the way, knitting. But she's helping me move my books from iBooks onto the Kindle, which requires some mastery and a lot of software. We're getting there. We've managed to do it, so I think we'll have finished it by the end of the day, which is good because this Kindle is significantly cheaper than the iPad, and as I only use it mainly for books, I figured it was worth trying it out. I've liked it so far, by the way. If you saw my last video on my vlog channel, you have seen I talked about how I got it and I was going to play around with it. I'm liking it so far. I've adjusted quite quickly to it, so I would recommend it, but maybe I'll do a more in-depth vlog at some point. Either way, I'm going to chill out and catch up with you later when there's something else to tell. It's about 7:45 now, and I'm just debating what to do for dinner. Because earlier on I put some rice on to soak, thinking that I would get time to make some like onigiri for lunch, but I didn't. I just had some vegan sausages and chips with my mum when she was here, so I could potentially cook that rice, and I could make it into onigiri and have that, or I could leave that for tomorrow and make it, or I could just do normal rice tonight with something else. But what I can't decide is what to do with it. So I know I have a like courgette that really needs eating up, and I was planning to make it into like courgette and have that with some pasta sauce, which I think I still might do, and then just have the rice as like an extra, or just kind of do like a mix and match. Cause I really do think I should probably eat that rice up today, or cook that rice today. And I'm really hungry now, but I keep putting it off because I can't decide what to do. My mum successfully managed to get the books onto the Kindle, so now I'm just rearranging them, and there's about 500 books on there that I need to rearrange, so it's going to take some time and probably a few days, but I think it'll be worth it. So that was really good actually that we managed to get them all onto there, which is something I wasn't sure I would be able to do, but it looks like we have done it. Yeah, I just need to get some food now. Oh, so far I've only taken one ibuprofen tablet, and I also took some extra fennel. I took another fennel tablet, and no cramping right now, but hopefully that stays. It's just gone past 10:15 now in the evening. I briefly had a bath because I was starting to feel a bit crampy, and I am going to have to take a little bit of ibuprofen, I think, just to help with that. So I'm settling down, getting ready for bed, which is why the light is more muted. I've just got my bedside lamp on now to kind of get me ready for that, and I'm starting to get a bit tired as well, which usually happens in my period anyway. You naturally get a bit more tired. Before I do though, I've made myself some yaki onigiri. So this is what it looks like, by the way. I've been really into Japanese stuff recently, so I just put a tiny bit of soy sauce on, because soy isn't the best thing to have when you're on your period. Although interestingly enough, I don't find it tends to have an effect on me, so I don't worry too much about it, but some people are really careful of soy, so it's just something to think about if you're having problems that you might want to experiment with avoiding it. But for me it doesn't really make much of a difference. So I thought I've never eaten this before, but I watched a recipe on YouTube, and I've been making onigiri recently, so I thought, oh, I'll make it and fry it and see how it tastes. So we will see. But yeah, just setting out for the night, and then I will continue to start moving books back and forth between, well, organising the books on my Kindle again. And yeah, hopefully it's alright. So far, like bleeding wise, I've got a significant amount of blood there when I wipe, but it's not really going into the pad yet. So like my heavier bleeding hasn't really started yet. So we'll kind of see how the pain is when that happens. At the moment I've just got a pad on, but I might put some period underwear on for overnight. I've got some new ones to try actually this month too. It's around 5:45 a.m. I woke up about 15 to maybe 25 minutes ago. Just for sort of mild cramping. I'm not really sure how to explain it. It just kind of felt, yeah, like very mild cramping, which I kind of thought might happen because I was absolutely fine earlier. Like when I went to bed though, I could feel nothing, and I thought, oh, it's probably going to get started at some point in the night, and it did. So I just took some more meds, went to the bathroom because it kind of felt like I might be a bit constipated, but I wasn't. It was just like the cramps causing it. I've also heated up a lavender bag which is on my tummy, which is helping a bit as well, but hopefully I'm going to be able to get back to sleep, make up for the rest of the night. Morning from a much more reasonable hour. It is 11:30 now. After I woke up at 5 with that kind of cramping, I went and got, as I said, I got a hot lavender bag, and I went back to sleep again. Woke up at 8 again with the same sort of pain. I came to realise it was constipation, but it kind of creates this pressure which is not very fun. So I woke up at 8, tried to use the toilet, failed, came back to bed, woke up again I think around 10 this time, and finally could go to the loo, and then I decided I would get up anyway because there's no point in going back to bed at this point. So right now I've just been watching the Grand Tour on Amazon, catching up on the last episode of that. I was fine when I woke up cramping wise, but I have started to cramp now. Which fair enough, it's been 6 hours since I last took some meds, so it did pretty well, but I just took some more to kind of help with that. Later on today I'm supposed to be picking up my friends' kids to bring them back and make pizzas. I can't film them, I'm afraid, but I might be able to film bits of like the pizza and stuff, if I feel up to it. I did say to her that I wasn't feeling too well, so I might have to cancel last minute, which I really don't want to do. But I'll see how I feel once these meds kick in, because around 12 o'clock it should start to feel better, and I can always pick up the ingredients on the way back from them. But yeah, I did want to go and do that. The other thing that I was really annoyed about why I got my period, because I am filming a podcast with somebody tomorrow, and I wanted to like clean up the house before then, but I'm not sure I'm going to feel well enough to do that now, which kind of sucks. So yeah, that's really annoying. But either way, hopefully today we'll get off to a good start. Boys are currently here. It's just coming out to 5 o'clock now. We made pizza. They're just playing on their iPads at the moment, having some chill down time. Everything's gone really well so far. As you can see, it's still kind of light at the moment, which is great. The days are definitely getting longer. I'm just sort of tidying up a bit as I go, because when I drop them off, I'm going to go straight back to my parents' house. After the last time I spoke to you, I had to take some more meds around 11, I think. I don't know whether I spoke to you then, and then for like an hour and a half I was kind of cramping on and off for a bit. But after that it sort of stopped, and I haven't had to take anything until now, and it's just sort of starting again, but it's much more mild now, so that's been really good. So I've just dropped the boys back home, and I'm heading off to my parents' house now to go have dinner, because on Sunday we always have dinner together, and the car lights just changed, so I need to go now. I'm back home. It is currently 8:40, so I briefly nipped back to my parents' house, had dinner with them, stayed for about an hour. We will watch Country File, but they wanted to watch Call the Midwife, which is not something I'm a big fan of now. I watched it when it first sort of came out, but I don't like dramas that kind of go on and on and on. Like with Downton Abbey, at the end of season 3, I think it was season 3, season 2, 3? Can't remember. But around that sort of time, that was enough for me. You know, at that point, you start getting unrealistic, I think, with things like people dying and all this stuff happening. You're like, really? Yeah, anyway, so that kind of annoys me. That's why I tend to go like off soaps after a while, TV soaps, because it just gets so unrealistic to me. Anyway, I'm actually having, this is quite bad because sugar's not the best thing, but I'm really craving it, one of these Juicy Drop Pop lollies, which I, like a couple of weeks ago, had a sudden like really strong craving for one of these, and they used to be all over the place. Like you could go to the newsagents or like the mini markets, and they'd have these in the sugar departments, but I couldn't find them anywhere. So I had to go onto Amazon and order like a pack of I think it was 12 of these Juicy Drop Pops, which I didn't want to. I only wanted one, just to kind of like remind myself what it was like, because I used to love these as a kid. Anyway, so I had to buy a pack of 12, but the boys who came over today, they all took one each, so that kind of got rid of 3 of them. I dropped some off at my parents' house for future, just in case they have someone come around that wants a sweet treat, or I'm there and I feel like one in the future. But slowly getting rid of them to people so that it's not all for me, because I don't want to consume that much sugar. But anyway, I thought as I'm on my period, I might as well treat myself to a strawberry one. So I'm having that, and I'm also still in the process of moving all these Kindle books. They seem to have reverted back, some of them, which is really annoying, but gonna keep persisting with it until I finally get them done. Just charging the iPad up now. There's so much technology at the moment. There's like my phone, Kindle, laptop, iPad, just, yeah, everything. But pain-wise today hasn't been too bad. Like, my period is definitely lighter than usual. I'm bleeding properly, but I knew it would, I would expect it to be lighter because it's a whole week early. Like, literally 5 or 6 or even 7 days early, about 6 days early actually, technically. And as I said, I can't remember the last time I had one this early before, but I did know it was going to be earlier than that because of my ovulation, but still. And fortunately, it seems to have been that the pain has also been very manageable, so I can't really tell this month whether taking Fennel every day for like the last month has helped a lot with that, because it's so much earlier. But I've definitely been okay. Like today I had 1 hour, as I think I said before, at like 11, where I was really quite uncomfortable, but I wasn't in agony, so that was good. I just kind of laid over in bed and hugged my pillow and just had a hot water bottle, hot lavender bag on my stomach, and that kind of helped a bit while the pain meds sort of kicked in. But otherwise, yeah, it's been all right. So I'm probably going to go through some Netflix now. I'm dying for this new Shadowhunter series to start. I can't wait to watch it. But I've been watching all the teasers and stuff they're putting out, and I think I might go back through the series just to refresh my memory before it comes out on the 25th. So I'll catch up with you guys later, or maybe even tomorrow. Oh, I know what I was going to say. The guys who were coming to do the podcast with me tomorrow have had to cancel because the camera guy can't come, and I was a bit like, wait, a camera guy for a podcast? But I think he does actually vlog what he's doing as well. So yeah, that's been put off, which actually I'm kind of glad about, because I really wanted to clean the house beforehand, because I had the boys here today making pizzas. My friend's boys here today making pizzas. Of course, it was a complete mess for ages, so I didn't bother to do much yesterday. But I did tidy up a bit. I mean, it's perfectly fine. It's just I like to have the house really nice and clean for guests, and it's quite a good excuse actually when people are coming around to make me go and clean everything in more thoroughly than I usually would. So yeah, that was a bit annoying. But actually, the day itself is fine because I'll just get my work done. So yeah. Morning again. It's around 10:30, and this happened. I'm very glad that I didn't change my bed sheets before. As I said, I knew I'd jinx it. So basically, I put a cup in last night, just my monthly cup mini, which is a small cup, admittedly. It was a second night, but it's a really easy cup for me to insert, so I thought it'd be the best one to start out with. But I put it in around 10 yesterday, so I had it for 12 hours, and it leaked. So I just had to take it out, clean myself up. I put it back in again, actually. Afterwards, so yeah, I'm gonna have to change my bed sheets at some point, but I think I'm gonna let it, actually, it's dry, so I'm gonna let it stay on the sheets until my period is finished, because sod's law, I'll change it and then I'll bleed on it again. So they all need washing anyway, so I thought I'll leave it for the next day or two while I'm still bleeding, and then I'll change everything afterwards. But yeah, very glad I didn't change it, because I would have been really pissed off if I had. It is, let me open the curtain. A miserable grey day today. I don't even know if you can see. Yeah, it's just, bleh. Hate it when it's like this. As I said, like yesterday, the podcast people who were coming today originally at 11 are not coming anymore, which is actually, as I'm quite pleased about that, because it just gives me a bit more time to get sorted out stuff. So yeah, today I've just got work. I haven't actually got much work, just a few emails and stuff, but I don't work till later in the afternoon anyway, because that's when my brain actually starts to switch on. So I'm just gonna start getting up, have some breakfast, some cereal probably, watch a few things, maybe on Netflix or on YouTube, and get going for the day. I've just thrown this really messy scarf on my head because my hair was driving me crazy. I couldn't get it to do what I wanted it to, so I thought I'll just put a scarf on again today and get it out of the way. So it is, oh my goodness, it's 4:30. I had a call about 20 minutes ago with somebody, and I don't want to go into detail about what it was, but it was a very exciting call for me, and things are moving forward on something I've been really wanting to do for a while. So that was really, really good. I've done pretty much all my work for the day. I've just got one more email to, I've lost the card, one more email to send to somebody, and then that's me done, which is good because it's so miserable and grey today that I don't have like the inspiration to do anything particularly massive. I've talked about, like in my last video on this channel, I was saying like how I didn't feel so great, and I have this journal, so I really want to start writing some stuff in it. And by the way, a couple of people have asked me where I got this from and what it's called. I've looked at, I had the SKU, the SKU number for it, and I looked it up on I got it at WH Smith's, but I can't find it online, so I can only assume they've probably discontinued it, but you might be able to get it if you can get to a store. But it's this one of a kind style, looks like this, and has the purple sparkly strap, and I think it's a journal. I think I would call it a journal rather than like a notebook or anything. It's definitely not a notebook, but yeah, has a diary in the, I think it is a journal, but I can't find it on the website, so it truly is a one-of-a-kind journal, like it says on the front, because I can't find it anywhere. But yeah, if you want it, then my best suggestion would be go into a WH Smith store, the biggest one you can find locally, check the stationery area and see if they have it. I got it in like the main area where they had all these different kinds of journals and stuff, but yeah, so sorry about that. I know I've had loads of people asking about it, and I've tried to look it up, but I can't find it online anywhere. So yeah, having a lazy day. I'm debating whether to go and have a sauna at my parents' house, but I think I might wait till my period's finished, because it's like the cramping. As I took one ibuprofen this morning, just one single tablet, and that's been fine for the day. I put my cup back in, as I told you earlier, which has been fine, and we're having a great day. I'm trying to finish off my knitting because I've got this blanket which I started like literally I think years ago and never finished, and I thought, right, I need to finish this freaking baby blanket now. It's not for anyone in particular, I just started it thinking, oh, it'd be nice to have for the future, but I'm getting really annoyed at how I leave things, often projects, so I want to finish this one and get it done. It's very nearly done on this main part, then I need to knit the side parts, but hopefully that won't take as long. Either way, just chilling out. I've just had dinner. It was this like vegan mince with this taco mix that I had, which I was trying out with this vegan mince I bought. It wasn't very successful. That's the second time now I've tried this meatless mince from the meatless farm at Sainsbury's, but it wasn't that good, so I don't think I'm going to buy it again. However, I finally got my hands on the Beyond Meat burger, and oh my god, that was amazing. I still have one actually, which I might have maybe tomorrow or the day after. I'm not actually pretty tomorrow, and it needs eating up. But I've been like trying all these alternative meats because there's so many more now, which is really great to see. It's awesome how many options we have now as people who eat plant-based or who are vegan. So yeah, just running a bath in the background. I started getting a little crampy again like half an hour ago, so I did have to take one more ibuprofen, but that's only the second single tab that I've taken today. So this period has been very manageable, and I think I've learned as long as I'm good with my supplements and I don't slip up on that, then my periods are fine, they're manageable. It's just I've got to be good at doing this. So I've definitely learnt my lesson from November on not taking it that month. That was terrible. But yeah, so that's really positive, which is great. Anyway, now I'm just, as I've said, today was just a chilled out day. I did actually get quite a bit of work done, but even so, it was a generally quite chilled out day today, which is lovely. And I've started finally writing in my one-of-a-kind journal. I'm not going to show you what it has because it's like a personal thing, but hopefully something I'll be able to share in the future. I must have been tired because it's 11:30 now and I just woke up about 20 minutes ago. I guess I'm catching up on sleep from that first night. It's actually like not too bad today. It's cloudy with a bit of blue sky, which means like for affecting my mood, because if the weather's really bad it can make me feel really low, but it's okay today, which is great. The only thing I've got happening today is my dad's going to come over and help me measure out some space in my kitchen where I want to put some really short like bookshelves, which we're going to have to custom make because it's such a small space, but I want to put my recipe books. There's like this a little bit of space between the fridge and the window in my kitchen, and I just thought it would be really good to do 2 little shelves there, so I can put my recipe books on that, because at the moment they're all stacked below it and it just looks really untidy, and I figure, you know, as I have some space, it might be worth doing this. So we're going to go and see if we can make that happen and get some nice looking shelves, or make some nice looking shelves for that. Otherwise, just the usual, go through my emails, do a little bit of business. I've got to add something to the website, and that would be it. So yeah, another chill day. Tomorrow I have a photo shoot for some more headshots, for some, like, because I've been doing a lot of speaking events recently, and I've realised I think I don't look at it at the moment, but I have actually started to look a little more mature. I've lost some of my baby fat from my face, that I call it. So if I wear a certain outfit, I do look like I might actually be an adult, which is quite exciting, actually. For the last few years, everyone mistakes me for being young. I still get that quite often, but if I'm a little bit more careful with how I dress, I can look older. So I wanted to get some new headshots done for that. So that's happening tomorrow. But I think I will end the vlog today, maybe a bit later on, just because I've done, I think, about 4 days now. Yeah, 4 days, and it's probably enough for this period vlog. Dad is here now, helping me sort some stuff out with the house. I've just got in my overalls, because I feel like this is what people who are doing DIY wear. We're just going to head off to home base now to get some stuff, try and find some wood, and then we'll be back. So far, failing miserably to find what we're after. Haven't found the shelving and haven't found a door handle that works. Well, we couldn't find the shelving that I wanted, couldn't find any sort of doorknobs that I wanted, because I wanted to put a handle on my front door, because at the moment it's got this knob you have to twist and you just pull on the knob, but it's not the easiest thing to hold on to. So I thought if I could find a nice handle and screw it into the door from the right side, it would be good, but couldn't find that. The only thing we did manage, they didn't have the light bulbs needed either, but the only thing we did manage was these nice sort of shelving brackets, which I think will look good in the kitchen. I swear, even when I spell my name out to the people at Starbucks, they still can't get it right. So Dad and I went to Starbucks. Well, we went to like a big supermarket which happened to have a Starbucks in it, because I was hungry and he needed some food shopping. And they had this vegan mac and cheese, which was awesome, and I hadn't seen that one before. It was okay when I had it. It wasn't the best thing ever, but it was edible. But then we went to a lighting shop because, as I said before, we couldn't get the right light bulbs or anything. So Dad's come over and we ended up speaking to the guys there, and they said it would be better just to change the fitting, the kind of fitting the light bulbs that I had. So my dad's done it now, and it's done an awesome job, and it's so much brighter in here. It was annoying me so much that it was really, really dim. I'll give you a comparison. Turn them out really dark. Bright. So I'm very happy, because that was really bugging me. I don't spend a lot of time in this room because of the lighting, because it was just so bad, which is stupid. I've been here for 3 years. Well, and I've tried to change it, but now we've actually changed to proper fittings. It's good. The only problem is that my lovely lampshades don't actually fit on these fittings, because it needs a smaller hole, and that bit that probably came with them is long since gone, because they were here when I moved in. But yeah, I've actually wanted to change them for a while, so it's kind of good because it's forced me to actually change it. I did try putting some tape around like the top of it, some electrical tape, to try and shrink it, and it would do the job okay, but as I want some new ones anyway, I thought I'd see if anyone wants to have them, and then that would be fine. Yes, it is currently, oh my god, it's 4:30. I have had a couple of emails while I was out and about today, so I've got to get back and do them, and then I'm free for the rest of the day. About to dive into my dinner, the last of the vegan burgers from the Beyond Meat, some chips, some broccoli, and some fried onions. There's onions under this as well, but I accidentally cooked a bit too many. It is 11 PM now, and as you can see, I have washed my hair in prep for tomorrow. I am going to end this month's period vlog here, so I really hope you've enjoyed it, guys. I've had a bit that's gone on today and the last few days, so I hope it's been an interesting one. I can't think of anything that's like coming up immediately that I was going to talk about or anything like that, but as always, please do subscribe and let me know if there are any videos you'd like to see. I've had a couple of requests actually, in particular recently, not just on here but across like all my sort of social media and various things that I do, about a video going into detail just on like everything to do with periods that can be shown to explain what periods are and all this just general information you might get at school or something. I am working on this idea. There was a charity I was hoping to do it with, but they've been really quite slow, so I have a feeling I'm probably gonna have to do it by myself, but I'm trying to see if I can get it to come to fruition soon, because they would be able to help me with some like animation stuff that I really wanted to have, but it is in the pipeline because I've had a couple of people asking about this, so I just want to cover that quickly, that I have got this idea to do this, and I'm trying to make it happen, and hopefully in the next couple of months that will happen. But yeah, that is I have heard it and I have noticed it, so just wanted to mention that. But thank you so much for watching, guys. As I said before, please subscribe and let me know any other videos you'd like to see, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.